Welcome parishioners of St. Bridget's Parish, parishioners of other parishes that follow us for our weekly meditation on the Word of God, a path to the Lord, friends and benefactors. We are celebrating the feast of Christ the King, and certainly it comes at the end of the liturgical year. In this year, cycle C. We are ready to start a new season, the season of Advent. But we need to ask ourselves, what does it mean for you, for me, for all of us, the celebration of Christ the King? We can understand that journey that we started in this liturgical year as a journey with Jesus. Through the Gospels every Sunday, we try to understand truly who He is. We try to be close to Him by journeying week after week. Now the question is truly Jesus the King of the universe, the King of your soul, the King of your faith? There is a saint in the church, Saint Christopher, that could help us to understand this celebration. He wanted to devote his life to the strongest person in the kingdom. He went to the king, but the king was afraid of the devil. And so he said to the king, "You are not the strongest person in the kingdom, since you are afraid of the devil. So I will devote myself to the devil." He went to the devil and wanted to devote his life to him. But help a person, servant of the devil, to reach the devil. They were walking towards the street, and that man saw the cross. And right away he told Christopher, "Let us go back, let us go back." And so Christopher asked that person, "Why are you afraid of the cross?" "No, I am not afraid of the cross. I am afraid of the man that is on the cross." So at that moment Christopher said to him, "So the devil is not the strongest." So he wanted to know who Jesus was. And so he was referred to a monk. And this monk helped him to understand who Jesus was. And the monk told him that he was the King of the universe. So he went to devote his life to him and asked the monk, "How can I do it?" And he said, "Look at the river. We usually help people crossing the river, and you can help the poor by doing so." So one day, Christopher, that was a tall man, strong as he was, saw a little baby, a little child at the other side of the river. And he thought for himself, "That's too easy for me." He went, carried him in his shoulders, but in the middle of the river, he was sinking. And as he was sinking, it's because that little child became so heavy. And yes, that was the manifestation of Jesus Christ to him as a king, as truly the strongest man in all the earth. And at that moment, he devoted his life totally to him. And that's why we have St. Christopher, the one that told us that life is worthy to be devoted to the King of Kings, Jesus. Have a good Sunday.